What's going on, guys? A little live trade vid setup here that we're seeing on the markets. So last night we actually had a beautiful, very large gap open here, right? So we fibbed those out last night, came down to the 1618, slammed her back up, and we left some beautiful short targets coming up to the downside here. But right now, we got to come sweep some highs first on the scam up, and let me show you why. So on the NQ and the ES, we have one gap down here not filled on ES, one gap right here, 22,873 on the minute chart for the NQ, and two things are happening right here. We have a gap magnet setup and then a really good fib magnet setup, right? So the scams right here, it's a little early yet, 7:12. It's getting really close to that 7:45 to 8 a.m. time that I like to see where moves actually start, where the algos don't scam both sides over and over again in pre-market. So it's really good to see where we're sitting right now. We could get a move here. So what we're looking at is a couple different things for magnets. We have those 1 minute gaps right here down. But right now we have a 5 minute shy on the gap. So what that means is this Fibonacci is built off the 5 minute candle you've seen right here. And then the center, right, GP is the 1 minute gap. But if you look at the Fibonacci here, this is the 5 minute high low. We move to the 1618, pushes up and scam shies the 2618. And everybody knows how I teach the Fibonacci is once it hits the 1618, scam shies the 2618. Generally, it returns to, you guessed it, the 100 fib before it moves to the 2618. So we have a little red position to fix on one of the Fat Finger Tradeify accounts last night. I hit a buy and a sell completely opposite, tired last night. So we had like a little $2,000 red to fix, and we're going to fix it right now. So the ES as well, holding a sweep lows, where got a fresh scam to the downside lows, went for that gap, which is obviously fake, swept all the way back up into the 50 of the gap, but the scam shy in the NQ is telling us the story here, right? Because right now we're coming into a little bit of max support 1 minute. Again, worst indicator in the world. Don't listen to the 1 minute too much, but it's there. 5 minute MAC, most important, coming off support. RSI coming off higher, low. And we are looking for one scam up to sweep highs just like ES did. It's just NQ's turn. So if we're looking for the back test of that 50, which is the gap 50, again, it's already tagged, right? But we haven't swept to move down to some of these bigger short targets yet. All we did was created one high into the 50, and now it usually likes to sweep before ruining everybody's lives, right? So the algo that we have right here, the 5 minute candle right here that we're talking about, has a 1 minute gap dead center on that 50. So what you want to see is, because it's early, so again, that magnet to the downside, which is a perfect trade, is not going to work out because it's so early in pre. It's just how it is. You just work the opposites. 5 minutes telling you long, right? And then our Fibonacci structure, high, low 5 minute, hits the 1618, shies the 2, comes down to the 100, gets back over the 1, pushes 2, 22,900. That will be the rejection point after it sweeps up to, like, 22,908.51. That would be the top of the GP, which we also shied because the gap golden pocket right here hit the 50, did not hit 22,908.50. So we have a chance, right? But we're only going to play the Fibonacci because that's what we do here best. So I want to see this 5 minute scam shied 2618, come back to the 2618, right? And that means this higher low holding 100 EMA and 200 will have to work out, so on and so forth. On the ES to kind of push us up. So this magnet from the 2618, the rule is anything above and holds the 100, we have a chance to come back and take the 2618, then we will come back down for the gap. That's the prediction. So your over-under becomes the 1618 because we pushed off this 5 minute Fibby, did not hit the 2618, perfect support on the 100, which usually leads us back to the 2618. So we had like a $2,000 red, where's my chart? Right here. So on this Tradeify funded account, I started a few more of these. There we go, because we're working with two of them. And Tradeify platform crashed one, and then I fucked up the other one. So now we have a grouping of 3 of these left, I think. Yeah, these are fresh. We already got 1,350 on this dude here. We're working on this one and the other one. So we got 3. We're going to delete this red real quick from this exact play. So we have a $2,000 red. We fat-fingered last night, and what we're going to do is knock that sucker clean out with the Fibonacci trade call that we just made. And I don't like to full port too much like into these contracts. Like, we don't need You know, right now on the entry and exits here, we might need to get out a little bit. They don't have the nice math on it because Project X is just far supersedes TradeVate. TradeVate sucks. So the one thing about Project X and having those P&Ls on the side of the DOM is super helpful. So we know where we're going. I put this out here just in case we've got an algo candle whip out on that limit order. So we're going to take that down real quick because with 15 contracts heading up to the 22,900 here, we're probably just going to hit sell ask when we start to get closer to our $1,000 green for the day because consistency is 10 days, yada, yada, on these accounts. So every day we just open these two and we have one old one that's working out well. I haven't traded yet today, but when you open these, you want to make just around the $1,000 10 times in a row, right? Not in a row. You don't have to do it consecutive. You just got to do it 10 times in a row. Or not in a row, 10 times. So you don't want to get too much money. So our total P&L should be right around $1,000 for 10 days trading. That'll get our consistency and our payout regimen ready to rock and roll. So we're going to delete that one up there. We're going to see where we're at. For the magnet, we should be coming up here to 20,009 unless the ES really wonks out here. So we'll see how that goes. And again, we can have divergence here. NQ is the one with the beautiful divergence. So once we hit that 2618, though, remember, it's going to pop up to here, maybe the 3820 from the gap, and straight down to these bad boys near open, most likely. So we're only playing the small fib. It's not a trend along or anything like that. We just know that the magnets from the scam shy, the 2618 are to come in. That'll be a big one here. I don't want to make too much money, though. I could just do equal highs here. I think that would get us pretty close. We can always take another trade, but we'll see. We'll see. Ugh. So hopefully the next couple minutes here, we'll get this little dude ready to rock and roll. Trying to find my folder down here. There we go. Tired from the vacation. So as long as we're above that 168, we're perfectly fine to go up unless we get a Trump tweet. I know Hassett and Trump are already tweeting this morning trying to do the normal. It's pre-CPI, so it's extremely lame. Both, doesn't matter if long, short, whatever it is, it's just lame. Choppy before CPI. Yeah, so that's the magnet. That's the 5 minute we're playing. For some reason, I can't find my folder here. Whenever I typed in my name here on my MacBook and it comes to my folder, it used to bring up all my movies for my edit. Now it just does whatever it wants half the time because that's Mac. Yeah, whatever, I'll figure it out later. All right, guys, we're cooking here. Again, it's just that 5 minute, and because there is a algo 1 minute gap in there, we know that we can at least have an attempt up. And again, we're just going to go for equal highs. We'll have to get in early, out early. So we're in at that 10 SMA hold. We're in over the 1618. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, ES, get over that 61.8 one more time. Because we could come to the top of the GP here of that large opening gap pretty easily. Again, we don't want to make too much over 1,000. So if I see it kind of, I might just exit all. If it's over that 1,000-ish, because I don't want to have to overdo and stress my consistencies, where if you do make 15, 18, $2,000, I mean, I guess I could just lose it and come back down a little bit, but it's going to be close. Yeah, let's leave it at equal highs. We'll probably get a little 22,009 snapperoo. But I don't want to make, like I said, okay, it's 1,400-ish right there. That's order filled. All right. Well, that's not the worst case scenario. 1,500, that's fine. So we deleted that 2K. Read that I fat fingered last night. Had a couple back for us, and now we're at our minimum. So exit all, blah, blah, blah. And that's how you get to our target of the 2618. And that's how you play a 5-minute Fibonacci scam shy. So again, just to review, goes the high-low 5-minute, right? Pushes up, goes through the 1618, scam shy the 2618. After that, it gives 100, and then 2618 comes back from the scam shy to complete its circuit to the 2618. Enough said. Thanks for tuning in.